What's up, people? Ramon here.
Tuan.
Got this Facebook phone madness.
After how long?
I feel like it's the rumor that just won't die.
It's like one of those rumors that just never really blossomed.
So annoying, this rumor. So now we got the supposed specs. Dual core 1.5 gigahertz processor.
Meh.
A gig of operational RAM. 16 gigs storage. 5 megapixel camera.
What?
Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. No mention of NFC.
It'll probably have it.
I don't know. How the hell they leak all the other specs but NFC? So it's an Android phone. I mean, it's not. The specs aren't nothing. I mean, well, none of the Android phones are really impressive spec-wise, right? It's all the same thing.
Almost across the board.
Yeah.
I mean, outside of your fucking Nexus 4, it's pretty specced out.
Yeah, but even this is still uninspiring. It's just a generation of tech right now. It's all the same shit.
Can't see that. Well, we do. Thank you.
So, my thing, it's not the specs with this phone, right? And I struggle to understand why Facebook would even want to do a phone. Because
they can, sir.
But that's not enough. It's not enough.
They brand a phone that says Facebook on it?
What is the brand of anything that says Facebook on it? That's first of all, is Facebook still a really big brand like that?
Well, just ask the how many millions of Facebook users.
Yes, agreed. But do people still cheerlead for Facebook?
I believe so. You know what? I believe that because Facebook is the love and bane at the same time of every subscriber that is on it.
Okay.
All right. It's more love than hate, but there's a balance between the two.
Okay.
And I believe that a phone would only make them love and hate it more.
Now, here's my question. This phone has got to do something particularly more spectacular than any Facebook app. What is it that none of the Facebook apps on any of the phones currently do that a Facebook phone can do?
Nothing.
So then what the fuck is the point of the phone?
Branding. I mean, you know what's scary about this? Because see, from a visual perspective, this looks like a HTC device.
It was a render.
It's a render, but I'm willing to bet the farm on HTC.
I don't think Google's happy with HTC lately, so they probably
we're talking. Remember,
Facebook,
this is
sorry.
a Facebook device. It's all about what is that? Who wins the bid? Yeah. So so let's just pretend HTC gets their hands on this. I mean, I'm going to go with a total a Facebook UI. All right, I'm going to go with the moment you're going to cut your phone on, and you're going to immediately see timeline information. You're going to see user friend information. You're not just going to see Android. I believe there will be a default screen that will be your basic. Let's go with Jelly Bean. It's going to be your basic Jelly Bean screen. All right.
So something like Blink Feed, like HTC did.
I believe so. I.e.
more integrated.
I.e. HTC.
Right.
Again, you understand what I'm saying? Do you follow this pattern?
Right.
I can see HTC gobbling this up because HTC is the mother of UI creatives.
Nowhere closer. I disagree.
Since ruled the world.
Yeah, for 2 years.
No bullshit, sir.
Windows Mobile sucks. So
really? How dare you sit on this in front of these cameras and say Windows Mobile sucked?
Sir, it was Sense filled the void.
Yes, it did. Sense carried over to Android.
And fucked Android up.
Oh, well, no, I don't agree. I don't agree. Like
30% of the processors on Android phones were Sense.
Right, yeah, absolutely. Now, what is this device they had what is that thing that made HTC so much money? The
HD2?
No, but after the HD2. This is Android.
Oh, the stupid Sprint one, the Evo.
Right, the Evo.
That fucked Android up.
Oh no.
Dude, that phone had 2 minutes battery life. Between Sense and WiMAX,
sir,
that phone was a fucking horror.
And that was the best 2 minutes of any Sprint user's life.
Oh my god.
They loved Sense. Hell, the Inspire. I had an Inspire.
That phone was terrible and you know it.
Yeah, it was. But the Sense experience on it, as much of a battery hog as it was, I appreciated it.
If ACC does this Facebook phone, they're gonna fuck that up too. Which in turn doesn't matter because I'm over at Google Plus these days. So,
well, I mean, for all intents and purpose, you have a Google.
Yes,
Plus
I have
phone.
a Google Plus mobile or machine. Yes,
I as well.
I can rock out to that. No, sir, that's Samsung. Put that down.
What are you talking about? Look, do you see my UI? Devoid of any Samsung fuckery.
It says Samsung, sir.
Where? Nowhere.
Samsung.
But anyway,
this phone is going to be a failure.
You're so negative.
Facebook, they run the world, but shit, nobody wants to wear a Facebook t-shirt anymore.
Really? No one wants to wear the thumbs up like.
No, we're all tweeting and Instagramming these days.
Well, we're Instagramming.
It's over for them. Fuck this Facebook phone. What about this Lumia? Yeah, they own Instagram. Yeah,
that's true.
Too. What about this 928? This Lumia 928. How do you feel about that?
I think that I think that Nokia might be spreading themselves a bit thin with the release of 2 devices per year, because I think that's what they're going to be
It's
doing.
the same device.
Except an aluminum body.
Still the same device. Same architecture inside and everything. It's a small iteration of the same device. And this is, mind you, this is nothing outside of what any other carrier, any other OEM does for Sprint and Verizon. Their phones always, look at BlackBerry, they're famous for that. Their phones always get a different number and a little tweak here and there. Same phone though.
Will AT&T be getting this phone?
AT&T will not be getting this phone. AT&T doesn't need this phone.
Then fuck this phone.
I don't like the aluminum body idea.
Well, that's where everyone is going.
Well, that's the problem.
Did it drive the cost down?
Huh?
Will it drive the cost down?
Might.
I don't
think so because I'm sure that's real metal, and I think that plastic was relatively cheap, and it's more durable. That polycarbonate, but my issue with the aluminum is it is thinner, yes, but it is Nokia made a look for themselves.
Yeah,
with that polycarbonate, people knew it when
outside. They're going outside
right.
of what they've been.
They're chasing waterfalls. They're chasing Apple and HTC with this aluminum bullshit.
Right, I don't agree with that.
Don't like it. Cause you put an iPhone down on a table with cotton swabs and the shit comes out with dents the size of fucking car accidents next to it. Like, that's not cool.
It does.
Not a believer in aluminum.
But you know what happened? Nokia got scared by the critics saying, "Oh my God, yes, it looks nice, but it's so fat. It's so big. It's heavy."
Perhaps.
And you know what, Nokia, shame on you if you allow these naysayers
right
to sway you out of the polycarbonate body.
I think it's more Verizon.
Fuck Verizon.
Well, that's the thing. No one gave a shit that Verizon didn't have a Windows phone, but Microsoft did.
But they do. They just don't have a 920.
No, they don't have any Windows phones. They just got like what do they have?
They have the 8. They had the 8.
The Lumia?
8. Yes.
No, Sprint had that.
We're going to know Sprint didn't. Who didn't buy into?
But I think it was. Yeah, let's see what they had.
Sprint didn't buy into
to
Windows 8.
You're right.
Verizon jumped on the 820,
which is terrible. You might as well not have a Windows phone.
Yeah, well, it's a Nokia.
But I think the pressure was on to do something special for Verizon.
You know what?
That may, without completely compromising whatever new device they're working on.
See, you know what? That's the problem that I have with these businesses, these companies, catering to the company and not the consumer.
Well, fuck the consumer. They buy what the company tells them to buy.
Yeah, but that's the problem. You know what? And that's where Apple succeeds. Because Apple really, they say fuck the consumer, but they give the consumer what they want.
No, they don't. Apple never gave the consumer what they wanted.
Are you kidding me?
Apple never once in the existence of that fucking company gave the consumer what they wanted.
Young man, you will like that Surface, and I will give it to you. Even though it is bullshit.
No.
And that's what
you're telling me I would like the Surface.
Yeah, absolutely.
What people wanted was a fucking tablet that ran Photoshop. Never got it.
Sorry?
What people wanted was an iPhone screen that wasn't 3.5 inches when every other smartphone coming out had 4 and above.
Yeah.
Never got it.
But I'm giving you apps. Love it.
Nah, people didn't want fucking apps.
I love this Apple device.
People didn't want apps. Apple told people they wanted apps. Apps never existed.
It's not an Apple phone, but it's white. Love it.
There you go. Apple tells people what they want. They don't give people what they want.
You're right, but you know what? At the end of the day, everybody wants a fucking iPhone 5S.
Not anymore.
Yeah, now. But
yes, they have the Lumia 822.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Well, that shit's horrible.
It's for free.
Is it? We really need to get away from this free thing.
I don't like Verizon.
I would see. There you go. The best thing that happened to Verizon was the iPhone.
Yeah. Oh, small tidbit. There's some grumblings. Somebody on some forum somewhere. We don't even know if it's credible, but this person claimed to have had insight in board meetings and whatnot, and apparently Verizon's new push is away from Android. So you remember, Android is what it is because of Verizon. Let's get that straight. The whole Droid thing is Verizon. They branded the shit out of that. So now apparently Windows Phone is actually $50 cheaper. It'll cost Verizon $50 cheaper than it would an Android device, and $100 cheaper than it would an iPhone. So the executives are really going to be pushing heavy towards Windows Phone. So we'll
should have been
see.
doing that from jump.
Well, Verizon is a bunch of bitches, but we'll see. Especially because you've got Windows Phone and BlackBerry really climbing hills right now. iPhone is getting bored as shit, and Android is the same shit over and over. So it's a nice, the playing fields are starting to level a little.
Did I not predict this?
Perhaps. I don't see.
As much as people don't like the current state of BlackBerry, but this is where the leapfrogging begins. Apple is dead in the water.
Apple's dead in the water. BlackBerry didn't leapfrog shit.
They didn't leapfrog, but you know what? Where do people go when they get rid of their Apple devices? They
fucking Windows Phone, goddamn.
Yeah, well, that's what we would.
They're not going back to BlackBerry. There's a lot of disdain there.
Do you think?
Fuck yeah, a good amount of iPhone users for the last year and a half came from BlackBerry. Yes, sir.
If they ditch iPhone, and you think they're gonna go to Windows?
No, they're not ditching. They're not ditching. It's a push.
Right. No, I'm talking about consumers. You said if they get rid of their iPhone.
I got you.
You think they're not going to go back to BlackBerry?
I think they will.
You think they're going to go to Windows?
No, they're going to Android.
I think
they're going to Android.
They go, but we all know they're going to go to Android.
Right.
But listen, 2% of 2 million is a nice chunk.
It is. If it goes to Windows,
that's what'll happen.
But I think the people who will revert back to BlackBerry will be a double-digit number.
I doubt it. See, BlackBerry is very Androidish.
Considering if they get the right phone.
The Z10's nice. But the BlackBerry right now is looking very Androidish. It's a curve to it.
I believe that's what's going to help.
It looks like a power phone, right?
That's what's going to help.
That's what Android is. There's a curve to Android. It's a powerful phone. If you're tired of the iPhone, you need something not so fucking boring that you've been looking at for the 5 years you've had it, but equally as simple. That's Windows Phone. So there's a market out there for that. There's a reason somebody could give it up. Well, I think Android will continue to run away. Yes, but there's a decent share to be had here for Windows Phone with Verizon. Verizon has the power to push anything.
I think in the scheme of things, in the long scheme of things, I should say, Apple is dead in the water. Android still, even with Jelly Bean, and I'm realizing this. I realized this today. Both fully charged, and I'm making this point for a reason. Both fully charged as I got to work. Both of them sat in my pocket when I pulled both of them out. One was at some 60%, the other was at 99%. You already know which one was at 99%. Yeah. But for those of you watching, the Windows Phone was at 99%. People are getting sick and tired of that.
Yeah, that's a problem.
People are getting sick and tired of that, and I think that's where that's what will stifle Android.
The iPhone 5 is no better. The iPhone 5 is worse.
The iPhone 5 is worse.
People complain. It's funny. You remember we used to make fun of Android users? Sure. Yeah. Remember we used to make fun of Android users walking around with their chargers? Mm-hmm. That is now iPhone users.
They really do.
They all walk around with chargers.
They really do.
It's so crazy. Like, I've seen them saying, I got to get off my phone because my battery's going to die soon. When you don't want to use your phone because you're scared your battery's going to die, I don't give a fuck what technology that is. It's useless. Better luck next time. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think that it is those aspects of the tech, cell phone, device, whatever you want to call it, game, that's what's going on at this current moment. That is what's going to propel Windows Phone, even with the idiosyncrasies that exist in Windows Phone 8. That is what's going to ultimately propel Windows Phone to, if not right now, the number 1 spot, the number 2 spot. Mm-hmm. Android is going to eventually collapse because they really, as good as their software, as good as the OS gets, they cannot fix the battery issue.
They'll get it right. I don't think Windows will be number 1, maybe number 2.
I believe they'll be number 2 eventually. I believe, that once they come, Microsoft is good for giving us something groundbreaking, and I believe once that actually happens, and I think Blue might very well be that.
No, I doubt it. Blue's just an update. It's nothing crazy.
Yeah, but you know what? It's an update that brings everything a little bit more closer.
Yeah, but we won't really see much benefits till the next iteration.
We won't.
No,
but somebody coming on board.
At the Blue, it won't. Blue is mostly in the background.
Well, we can only hope that it makes more of an impact than it does.
Nah, the next iteration, like Windows 9, Windows Phone 9, that's where it's going to get sticky. This is where Apple gets left behind because it's services. I always told you it was services, right? Mm-hmm. Google's a powerhouse because of the services they offer, right? Search, they offer mail. We've got YouTube, the beloved YouTube. It's the services they offer. Microsoft is the services they offer. You've got your Office, you've got your Xbox. Then there's Apple.
This does make sense.
Yes.
This feels so much better.
It does.
Not to drive you off your point.
Then there's Apple. Apple has not one fucking service to offer you. Not one. This is not 2003. iTunes is not some magical product that can't be reproduced. Apple is dead in the water. BlackBerry, no services to offer you, none. So the battleground is about 3 to 4 years away with Windows 9, Windows Phone 9, and whatever Google's got cooking. That's when it's gonna get. That's when number one and number two will be a lot more prevalent. So
I agree.
yeah. So fuck Verizon, and that's where I'm at.
Verizon, they can go straight to hell.
Yeah. See, boys, we're out of here.
iPad Mini.
7-inch wins again.
7-inch wins again. LifestylesDefined.com. Representing everything you could ever love. Fashion, technology, entertainment, auto, gaming, and so much more. This is more than a blog. This is your lifestyle. LifestyleDefined.com.